Hey there, YouTube friends. Eric here, and yes, I'm alive. Week 1, post-op. Oh, so nice to finally be able to say post-op. I never thought I was going to make it to post-op. But here I am, week 1, post-op, vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I had my vertical sleeve done at the Leahy Clinic in Burlington, Massachusetts on June 22nd at 9 o'clock in the morning. And we'll get right to the good stuff. As some of you I've teased already know, I have some exciting news to share. I have a major scale victory, a record breaker for me personally. I am proud to announce that my first week post-op, I am down 11 pounds. Yes, 11 pounds in a week. And not only that, but I am no longer in the 400s. I am sitting at 390 pounds. I just couldn't even be happier. I mean, when I technically weighed myself yesterday for the first time because I was home for the first time and had a scale that I could weigh myself on. So yeah, it's just I'm just completely blown away by this whole thing. I mean, I lost 61 pounds pre-op, and that alone was ridiculous. But now I've got my tool, I'm sleeved, and first week down 11 pounds. I'm pretty stoked. Protein shakes up. Cheers, everybody. That is the perfect segue into exactly what I want to talk about next. As you can see, I had no problem taking a little chug there of my protein shake. Basically, I'll just tell you, I have not had any issues getting down my water. I drink probably about 70 ounces of water a day. I kind of stop measuring after I get over the 64, which is the minimum that they want you to get in. And honestly, I don't know why I don't keep measuring, but I just, refill my water or my water bottles and just go from there. But anyways, really what I wanted to talk about now a little bit while I have some time is something that I want to call tummy talk. Alright, so I'm getting used to this whole new pouch sleeve. The doctor said he left me basically a banana down there. So the excess portion of the stomach was removed and just have a little bit of a pouch left. So basically what I'm trying to understand now is what the sensations and feelings and the tummy talk that I hear actually mean. Because now as I'm starting to heal up, I'm noticing different things. One is I'm still very gassy. And I'm sure that that's probably pretty normal because I'm sure that there's probably still a lot of healing and everything going on. But for those of you who want to know, I am. And basically every time I drink, especially my protein shakes, the thicker ones, I notice that I have some kind of like gurgling, rumbling kind of sensation. Not pain, but noticeable digestion occurring, which I'm sure is perfectly fine. But I have these twinges in between when I'm not eating or if I'm just sipping on water that start basically like just above my belly button at the lower portion of my stomach and almost feel like a small like spasm, contraction kind of a thing. It's what I would equate to an actual hunger pang prior to surgery, like when you're truly hungry and you get those pangs that's almost painful, you know, when your stomach is saying that it needs something. Those are what I'm getting, and they wake me up, which I've never been woken out of sleep with hunger pangs before, but 2 days in a row, like right around anywhere between 5 and 6 a.m., I'm getting woken up by these attacks of, and I don't know if it's my stomach saying feed me or water me, really. They do seem to dissipate a little bit when I go ahead and drink some water. Again, like I said, I haven't had issues with water, which is also making me a little nervous about what I ended up with for a pouch size, because I haven't ever hit a point, even in drinking all the water, where I've felt like I had a full feeling. Now, I will tell you, the day before yesterday, I tried some chicken noodle soup, the instant Lipton chicken noodle soup that you boil, and it has a few of the little really teeny soft noodles. And I know I'm a little bit ahead of the game as far as it goes on eating the noodles because soft food day is technically Friday. But I figured a few weren't going to kill me. So I tried it out. I was mostly after the broth, but yeah, I ate some noodles. And my tummy, was so-so about it. If I just had literally a few noodles on my spoon with the broth, I was okay. But anything more than that, my tummy was talking to me. I didn't get pains. Again, the blessing through this whole thing, I guess, is that remarkably, I've never been at a point where I've really been in pain, per se, even after surgery. I mean, like I explained to you, while I was in the hospital, I only pumped my morphine twice, and that was just basically on the first day when I was really sick and dry heaving because my stomach was really sore anyways, and I just wanted to try and get a good night's sleep. So it was almost like for the hell of it, I did it. It wasn't out of necessity per se. I could have lived without ever touching that pain pump, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I guess that's the big thing. I guess right now, if anybody has any pointers or some advice or can give me some information more, I don't go back and see my surgeon and nutritionist again now for a couple weeks, so it's not until mid-July. And I am putting together a list of questions. The other thing I will tell you is I had a really bad day on, excuse me, on Monday. On Monday, I felt really blah. I felt lightheaded and I felt dizzy and just really not myself. And I knew that something was up, but I wasn't sure what. And so I took my blood pressure. I have a cuff here at home and double-checked my blood pressure, and it was low. I was getting a reading of 166/60. So I figured it was me still adjusting, possibly needing to come off my blood pressure medication. I don't know if you remember, but for those of you who follow me regularly, I had been switched to the lowest dosage of my blood pressure medication just prior to surgery, like about a week before my surgery. So I was already on a lower dosage, and now my blood pressure was still coming up low, which is kind of funny because during my hospital stay for 3 days, my blood pressure was running high again, which it hadn't been in a long, long time. But the surgeon said a lot of that had to do with the pain and swelling and all of that from the surgery itself. So they weren't too concerned. And obviously, after I was feeling better and everything, the blood pressure issue is, gone the other way. So now I'm wondering whether or not my blood pressure might be dipping too low. So put a call into my primary care doctor. For some reason, he didn't call me back yesterday, so I'm still waiting to hear back from him. If I don't hear back probably within the next hour, I'm going to give the office a call again and just double check and make sure. I'm still taking my pill. I got readings today, and it was up a little bit. I think this morning I was 175 over 69, I think it was, or 70, somewhere around there, which was really good. And I don't feel out of sorts at all. As a matter of fact, I feel really great, really energetic today. Probably going to go for a walk after I'm done making this video. I did my first really big walk, walked for 20 minutes, including hills, down the street while I was at my mom's on the day that I came home, which was Monday night. So Monday, during the afternoon, I went on a 20-minute walk, which was my biggest walk post-surgery so far, and I did fine. Had my water bottle, stopped a few times, took some, water in, so made sure I was staying hydrated, and, that's me anyways. I'm a huge water drinker, and it was one of my primary concerns going into this procedure that I asked everybody about was, am I going to feel thirsty? Am I going to feel like deprived of my water because I drink water all day long? And they assured me that, even if in the beginning for some reason I wasn't able to get all my water in, that I would should be able to work my way up to it. So luckily I'm happy to report water intake is no problem. So that's really about it. Just wanted to give you my stats, share my excitement there, let you know how my first week has been. I mean, other than that, I've just been taking it easy, doing my 3 protein shakes a day. That was the other thing. I called the nutritionist at the bariatric center and spoke to her, and she basically told me that she thought that I wasn't quite getting enough protein yet, so to up my scoops to 1.5 instead of just 1 scoop per shake, to try and beef up my protein intake. So I have done that also. As a matter of fact, I'm trying right now, what this is here for my lunch is actually some type of GNC whey protein that has it's called Booster or Amp, and it's got 60 grams of protein in the one package. It's high in calories, but I'm not eating anything else, so even though the entire package is 280 calories, which I know is not acceptable if this were, if you were really dieting, but I mean, I figure if my others are 150 calories, so 150 and 150 breakfast and dinner, that would be 300. And even though this is almost 300, that still only puts me at 600 calories for the day just in protein shakes, which on my HMR diet, I was doing 600 to 800 calories. So I know I'm okay. Even though I know some of you probably freaked out when you heard 280 calories. I did too, but if you factor it out through the day, actually, it's not bad. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's still way less than if I was down in a cheeseburger right now, which, don't think that hasn't crossed my mind, because it has. So anyways, I hope all of you guys are doing great. I wish you all well on your journey. Wayne, if you see this video, still waiting to hear how you made out, buddy.